What's up, team, and welcome to Mettle Memo number 33. Today's topics include how I got 6% faster in 3 weeks, be yourself no matter how silly, meals and macros, and training and workouts of the day. Let's dive right into it this week. So, lesson learned, how I got 6% faster in 3 weeks. This past week, I went out for my normal Monday, quote, easy run. I am in the same routine now on Mondays. I go to the gym and I lift legs heavy and hard. Then I switch my shoes and walk out of the gym and go for a run up and down the exact same road for 5 easy miles. My easy run heart rate should be in the 140s, but I'm still adapting to the return to running, so it's sitting more in the 150s at the moment. When I ran New York City Marathon in 2024, so just last year, my pace was at 7:07 minute per mile. My marathon pace target was 7:05 to 7:10. Hoping to build on that and drop to a 6:55 to 7 minute per mile pace with like 3 to 4 months of training thereafter. So I put a screenshot, I showed my marathon, etc. After getting IT band syndrome, though, my running slowed until ultimately it completely stopped a few weeks after the New York City Marathon in November, and I stopped running entirely for about 6 months. The goal was to build back the strength in my posterior chain so the load is not as terrible on my hips and I can maintain a strong running posture. So after building the strength for 6 months dedicated to predominantly strength training, I started to run again. And my easy runs did not feel easy anymore. My heart rate was flying, and my pace was hovering around 9 minutes per mile. This was really terribly hard on my mind, as I know my, quote, old self. So 6 months old, or 6 months ago, I was running 7:07s for a full marathon. And now I'm running 9s and could barely run like 3 to 4 miles. I complained a lot about it in my journals and felt like I had lost all my fitness. And in a way, I did lose a lot of my running fitness. But I know from a previous injury that I would actually bounce back. So I just needed to stay consistent. So here are 2 runs that are completed with the same routine on the same route 3 weeks apart from each other. So the first run, I ran at 8:33 minute per mile pace at a 154 heart rate, while 3 weeks later, I ran the exact same run, same day, same routine, just 3 weeks later, but 30 seconds faster at an 8:01 minute per mile pace. Now, I'm not sure if I was recovered the same or anything different that can show that kind of jump, but what I can promise you that is consistency will give you gains if you truly, truly stick to that plan. I do not think that I can get another 30 seconds or a 6% increase on my pace in the next 3 weeks and continue to progress that way. But I know 100% that over the next 3.5 months leading into CIM Marathon, I will make significant progress. So the lesson is, trust the process. Do not let your mental state of disappointment or the thoughts of I once was slow you down or even occupy your thoughts. Just take it day by day, and when you look back, you will see immense progress. Section 2, tip this week. Be yourself no matter how silly. It sounds dumb, just be yourself. But as someone who has lived their life insecure, wondering what everyone thought of them, and has also lived their life being themselves, not really giving a fuck about what other people think, the latter is better. My wife and I like to goof around, and we frankly really enjoy each other's company. This week I had a company party, and there was a photo booth. Most people went up to it and just smiled and acted cool, but Vinny, my wife, and I got in and started dancing and laughing, and I picked her up and spun her around, and there were 2 other couples that came up to us after and said, you know, it's really refreshing to see adults having fun. Now, keep in mind that I am completely sober. I could have been professional and clean cut and smiled, blah, 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 but that's just frankly boring. So dancing on tables at a coffee shop, saying hi to random strangers and learning about their stories being sad and showing emotions, all are acceptable and strongly encouraged. When I see people playing music in the street, I grab my wife and immediately start dancing with her. I sing loud with the windows down in the car, and I'm completely alone. Be yourself. Enjoy yourself. Life is just so much more fun. It might sound dumb, silly, immature, but I don't care because I'm having a great frickin' time. So try it, and honestly, fuck what others think. Section 3. What I am eating. Below are some pictures and macros of foods I enjoyed cooking and eating for this past week. So the first and foremost was my all-time favorite. I think this ranks as maybe my top 10 dishes of all time. And this is homemade mahi tacos with a yogurt, olive oil, lime cilantro dressing or sauce, mango nectarine salsa, and purple and green cabbage. I also put them on tortillas that were like low in net carbs. So the calories were approximately 600 for 3 tacos. Protein 53 because mahi is an extremely lean protein. Fat 33 grams and net carbs also 33 grams. 10 out of 10 meal. Number 2, zucchini ravioli with tomato sauce and ground beef. As much as I'd like to take ownership of this one, this was all my wife's doing. So this had ground beef packed into like little tiny like hamburger looking things inside of shredded or peeled zucchini and then cooked as like a ravioli with ground beef and meat sauce around it as well. So approximate calories 508, protein 59, fat 21, and net carbs 18. And lastly, we had a great summer dish here. So it was grilled chicken with a cold tomato, cucumber salad, and olive oil and lemon dressing with cilantro sliced into it. Calories 400, protein 35, fats 25, and net carbs 8. Section 4, how I am training. So cardio. To help further build my engine, I have now been cycling on Sundays, and I'm loving it, actually. I'm like die hard into cycling right now. So my week is structured like this. Monday, lower body strength, run 5 miles with strides at the end. Tuesday, upper body strength. Wednesday, interval run or hill run. Thursday, lower body strength. Friday, upper body strength, run 3 miles. Saturday, long run, so it's 8 to 10 miles. Sunday, an hour and a half to 2.5, maybe even 3 hours on the bike. Running. Next week will be the first week that we're hitting hill run repeats. So this week we worked into intervals, and I completed that around a track. The build continues. Now, after the deloaded week of last week, we are sitting around 20 to 25 miles a week. And I'm loving it. So 3 more weeks of building very slowly, very conservatively until the marathon training blocks really begin. Lifting, the summer shred program, we're still on it. We have about 4 weeks left, 3 or 4 weeks left. So that's the upper lower cardio split. And this program focuses on leaning out and building muscle for the summer. This is my go-to program. This is kind of what I've been focused on for the last 3 to 4 months now. It's twice upper body, twice lower body, 1 high-intensity interval training, and 1 low-intensity cardio day. I'm personally mixing in, obviously, running and some cycling in addition to all of this just to build my cardio base when I start the marathon training prep. And if you want, use the link in the newsletter. You get a free download for the first week, and the full program comes out every week to paid subscribers for $6 a month. And that is it for the Mettle Memo. This is brought by the supplements I use all the time. Transparent Labs. Everything I take is from Transparent Labs. The creatine, the whey protein, the vitamin D3, the multivitamin, the omega-3s. Those are like my daily go-to supplements, and those are all from Transparent Labs. The discount code is my last name, Wineric, if you want 10% off. I also take ketones, which is like an alternative energy source. I take about 2 shots a day, one in the morning before training, and then one about mid-morning before big meetings that I usually have in the morning. And it's like sustained energy with no carbohydrates, with no caffeine in them. It's incredible. So I've been taking those 2. There are other supplements I do take from other brands that I really do enjoy, but my go-to, like for the bulk of what I take, which is the whey proteins every day, the ketones every day, the creatine, vitamin D3, and omega-3s, and then multivitamin. Those are all from Transparent Labs and ketones. So Ketone IQ, HV&M, and Transparent Labs, the only 2 brands that I'm consistently every month taking everything every day. So anyway, check it out. If you like it, buy it from the links. If you don't like it, sorry, it tastes delicious to me. And I'm going to keep making my Ninja Creamy Protein Ice Cream with the chocolate chip banana bread or the s'mores flavor, or maybe the salted caramel. Anyway, that's it for this week's Metal Memo number 33. Happy training.